In the labyrinth of our lives, relationships stand as pillars that shape our journey, influencing our choices and defining our experiences. Yet, as stalwart believers in the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, we are tasked with discerning when these bonds, be they with family, friends, or lovers, no longer resonate with the harmony of our inner selves. Today, we embark on a quest to unravel the enigmatic signs that whisper of the need to gracefully depart from these connections, guided by the Stoic principles of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoicism, often misunderstood as a philosophy of unfeeling detachment, is, in fact, a call to embrace the depths of our humanity with unwavering resolve. It invites us to view relationships not as chains that bind, but as mirrors that reflect our truest selves. As Stoics, we recognize that every relationship, no matter how profound, must align with our pursuit of virtue and wisdom. Join us as we explore the shadowed corridors of human connection, guided by the light of Stoic wisdom. Together, let us uncover the signs that herald the need to step away, even from the most cherished relationships, in our quest for self-mastery and inner peace. In the realm of Stoicism, relationships are regarded as integral threads in the fabric of our existence, weaving together the tapestry of our lives. Stoics understand that these connections, whether fleeting or enduring, are not merely incidental, but essential to our journey toward understanding ourselves and our place in the cosmos. Central to Stoic thought is the concept of living in accordance with nature. This principle extends to our relationships, urging us to cultivate connections that align with our fundamental nature as rational and social beings. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature. Stoicism teaches us to view relationships through the lens of virtue, recognizing them as opportunities for mutual growth and moral development. Whether with friends, family, or strangers, Stoics strive to embody the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in their interactions, seeking to cultivate relationships that uplift and inspire. In the Stoic worldview, relationships are not static but dynamic, evolving alongside our own journey toward wisdom and virtue. As we navigate the complexities of human connection, Stoicism offers us a guiding light, reminding us to approach each relationship with mindfulness and integrity, always striving to align our actions with our highest ideals. In our quest for inner peace and virtue, Stoicism teaches us to be keen observers of the subtle signals that indicate when a relationship may no longer be in harmony with our path. These signs, often obscured by familiarity or sentimentality, serve as guideposts, pointing us toward the need for reflection and, perhaps, decisive action. 1. Lack of mutual respect. One of the clearest indicators of a misaligned relationship is a lack of mutual respect. Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When we find ourselves in relationships where our values or boundaries are not respected, it may be a sign that the connection no longer serves our higher purpose. 2. Dishonesty and deception. Stoics place a high value on honesty and integrity, viewing them as essential components of virtuous living. When a relationship is characterized by deceit or manipulation, it undermines the foundation of trust upon which all meaningful connections are built. 3. Emotional drain. Relationships should uplift and energize us, not drain us of our emotional reserves. If a relationship leaves us feeling constantly exhausted or emotionally depleted, it may be a sign that it is no longer serving our greater good. 4. Stagnation and lack of growth. Stoicism encourages us to constantly seek self-improvement and growth. When a relationship becomes stagnant with no room for personal or mutual development, it may be time to reassess its value in our lives. 5. Conflict without resolution. While conflict is a natural part of any relationship, continual conflict without resolution can be a sign of deeper issues. Stoics advocate for approaching conflict with a mindset of seeking understanding and resolution, rather than allowing it to fester and escalate. 6. Misalignment of values. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in accordance with our core values. When a relationship is marked by significant differences in values or beliefs, it can create a sense of dissonance that may indicate a need for reevaluation. 7. Unbalanced giving and taking. Healthy relationships are characterized by a balance of give and take, with both parties contributing to the well-being of the connection. When a relationship becomes one-sided, with one party constantly giving without reciprocity, it can lead to resentment and imbalance. 8. Loss of individuality. Stoics value autonomy and individuality, recognizing that each person is responsible for their own thoughts and actions. When a relationship begins to erode our sense of self and autonomy, it may be a sign of codependency or unhealthy attachment. 9. Recurring patterns of behavior. Patterns of behavior that repeatedly cause harm or distress in a relationship are red flags that should not be ignored. Stoicism teaches us to learn from our experiences and strive to break destructive patterns, even if it means ending a relationship. 10. Failure to communicate. Communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. When communication breaks down or becomes ineffective, it can lead to misunderstandings and resentment. Stoics emphasize the importance of clear, honest communication in fostering healthy relationships. 11. Disregard for personal growth. Stoicism is founded on the belief that personal growth and self-improvement are paramount. When a relationship hinders or disregards our efforts toward personal growth, it may be a sign that it is no longer aligned with our higher purpose. As students of Stoicism, we are called upon to recognize these signs with clarity and courage, knowing that the path to virtue and wisdom sometimes requires us to walk away from relationships that no longer serve our greater good. In the face of misaligned relationships, Stoicism offers a profound and transformative response rooted in the principles of acceptance, detachment, and self-mastery. Stoics understand that while we cannot always control the actions or attitudes of others, we have complete control over our own responses and choices. 1. Acceptance of impermanence. Stoicism teaches us to accept the impermanent nature of all things, including relationships. The Stoic philosopher Seneca writes, "We should every night call ourselves to an account. What infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired?" 2. Detachment from outcomes. Central to Stoic thought is the practice of detachment from external outcomes. Rather than becoming attached to specific outcomes in our relationships, Stoics advocate for focusing on what is within our control, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. 3. Focus on virtue. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living a virtuous life, regardless of external circumstances. When faced with a challenging relationship, Stoics strive to embody the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, knowing that these virtues are the true measure of a meaningful life. 4. Mindful action. Stoics approach relationships with mindful intention, seeking to act in ways that are aligned with their values and principles. By cultivating mindfulness in their interactions, Stoics strive to avoid reacting impulsively or emotionally, instead choosing actions that are guided by reason and virtue. 5. Embracing change. Stoicism teaches us to embrace change as a natural part of life. When a relationship no longer serves our greater good, Stoics are prepared to gracefully accept the need for change, recognizing that endings can pave the way for new beginnings and personal growth. 6. Self-reflection and growth. Stoics engage in regular self-reflection, examining their thoughts, emotions, and actions with honesty and humility. When faced with the need to end a relationship, Stoics see it as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement, rather than a failure or loss. 7. Cultivating inner peace. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that true peace and contentment come from within, rather than from external sources. By cultivating inner peace and self-mastery, Stoics are able to navigate the complexities of relationships with clarity, compassion, and wisdom. In summary, the Stoic response to misaligned relationships is one of mindful acceptance, detachment from outcomes, and a steadfast commitment to virtue and self-improvement. Stoics understand that, while the decision to end a relationship may be difficult, it can also be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and inner peace. In the realm of Stoicism, the decision to end a relationship, no matter how difficult, can be viewed as an act of virtue and self-respect. Stoics understand that maintaining a relationship that is no longer aligned with our values or conducive to our well-being is not only detrimental to our own growth, but also unfair to the other party involved. Here, we explore how Stoicism guides us to find virtue in the courageous act of departure. 1. Honoring the self. Stoicism teaches us to honor and respect ourselves above all else. When a relationship no longer serves our greater good, staying in it out of fear, guilt, or obligation is a betrayal of our own values and principles. By choosing to end such a relationship, we demonstrate a commitment to our own well-being and integrity. 2. Setting boundaries. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of setting and maintaining healthy boundaries in all relationships. When a relationship becomes toxic or unhealthy, ending it is an act of self-preservation and self-respect, signaling to ourselves and others that our well-being is paramount. 3. Embracing change. Stoics understand that change is an inevitable part of life. When a relationship reaches its natural end, Stoics embrace this change as an opportunity for growth and renewal. By letting go of what no longer serves us, we make space for new opportunities and relationships that are more aligned with our path. 4. Practicing detachment. Stoicism teaches us to practice detachment from external outcomes, including our relationships. By detaching ourselves from the need for a particular outcome in a relationship, we free ourselves from the emotional turmoil that can accompany its end, allowing us to approach the situation with clarity and equanimity. 5. Choosing virtue. Over comfort. Ending a relationship, especially with a loved one, is never easy. Stoics understand that true virtue often requires us to choose the path of greatest integrity and moral goodness, even when it is difficult or uncomfortable. By choosing to end a relationship that no longer serves us, we demonstrate a commitment to living a life of virtue and wisdom. 6. Embracing solitude. Stoicism teaches us the value of solitude and introspection. When we choose to end a relationship, we are often faced with a period of solitude and reflection. Stoics embrace this solitude as an opportunity to deepen their understanding of themselves and their place in the world, using it as a time for personal growth and self-discovery. In conclusion, Stoicism teaches us that finding virtue in departure is not a sign of weakness, but rather a courageous act of self-respect and self-preservation. By honoring ourselves, setting healthy boundaries, embracing change, practicing detachment, choosing virtue over comfort, and embracing solitude, we can navigate the end of a relationship with grace, dignity, and wisdom.